The cheapest ride to Mactan Airport from Cebu City is Mybus, and the Mybus terminal. They've got several destinations out of Cebu City. This is the international terminal on Mactan Island. But anyway, their terminal that takes you to the airport is located right across the street from SM Mall in Cebu City. Not SM Seaside, although you can take a Mybus and other buses on in to SM Cebu City to get you this far. But their main bus route going to the airport is from this mall, just across from this mall. You've got Radisson Blue Hotel just right across the street as well, and they're just right there. You got Bayfront Hotel if you're looking for a real convenient place. So you got Radisson Blue and Bayfront Hotel right there across the street. And SM Mall in Cebu City is doing quite a bit of building here. I believe they're building a university right hooked on to the mall here. Plus they put this new steel parking. I think it's 2 stories, and they get quite a bit of parking in there, in addition to the parking underneath the mall as well. You can find buses and vans from various areas too if you're looking for the cheapest route, and jeepneys, or the modern air-conditioned buses going from Ayala Mall area. They've got a kind of a terminal there for buses and jeepneys. Other areas as well. This is Bayfront Hotel right in front of us there, the parking, and just across the street is the bus terminal, Mybus. They run south as far as Minglanilla. They go down through Talisay, South Road Properties, Talisay, and Minglanilla, and turn around and come back. They go. This bus will stop at Park Mall. I believe they run every 20 minutes. Now, the one I was going to get on left right before I got here, so I had to wait 20 minutes, and a bunch of us got on there, I think about 20 of us. The fare was 50 pesos. You buy the ticket. They used to have a card you could use, and I have read, I don't know if it's true, you can buy a card, especially if you're frequently using this. You can buy a card and just tap it, put some load on it, put some credits on it. And I didn't see the person. This window area was very cloudy, and I didn't see anybody there. So I went down to the next ticket office down here. I thought it was a ticket office, but it's not. And they pointed me back to where I came from anyway. And I got here quite a bit early, good 20-30 minutes early, and this bus finally, I got on it, left about 11 o'clock, got over there about 11:30, I think. I want to go to the airport.
Sir, the airport is 40 minutes.
40 minutes?
Yes.
She told me it was going to leave in 40 minutes. Actually, they run, according to the schedules I've seen, every 20 minutes. You know, that can change, so don't hold me to that. They can change the schedules often if they like. So anyway, this is the it's a comfortable bus, air conditioned, and yeah, they run back and forth. 2 or 3 different buses, I think. They drop most of us off at the this here is the domestic terminal, and then I think they go around and pick people up and drop people off at the international terminal, and then head back towards SM Mall. So you can get it either direction, and they've got some places to store your luggage. Got a lot of luggage, could be an issue, I think. I just had one bag with me. In fact, I was coming over here to meet a friend and subscriber from Bacolod, and I'd met him several years ago. Here across the street here is Waterfront Hotel and Casino, and meet him over there, had a little lunch, and they've got they've really remodeled this area, built the international terminal a couple of years ago, and a lot of places to eat and shop, all that good stuff you get at airports. You even got a 7-Eleven where you can get less expensive items if you don't want to spend a lot of cash. But yeah, here's Lechon, just a bunch of places in here to eat if you are so inclined. I will tell you a little bit about the taxi situation. When I was leaving here, I was approached by several people inside of the terminal as well as outside. And sir, where do you need a taxi? Do you need a ride? Where are you going? I will give you a good deal. And yeah, somebody even showed me. Uh, they were holding what looked like a fare sheet, and I said, let me see your sheet. And I looked at it, and my understanding of these taxis are supposed to run on the meter. And she was trying to tell me, no, 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 they're flat rates. Everything is flat rate. I don't think so. I don't think so. You might be asked. Manila Airport has really bad reputation for giving you very, very, very high flat rates, and so it's best to take Grab out of there, is what everybody tells me. But here they should be using the meter. If they don't, you go to the next taxi until you find one that will use the meter. Pasalubong Center, that is a gift center. If you're visiting somebody here in the Philippines, even if you just go, if you live here and you leave and you come back, people expect gifts, whether it's candy or chicharron or whatever, wine, something from the local area that you've visited. If you're coming in to meet somebody at the airport, especially, don't forget to bring gifts. Even 20 years ago when I went to China, it's the custom in I think several Asian countries. Bring a gift if you're meeting somebody. I had to mute this video because they had some people playing, a guy and a girl playing, and I'm sure they were singing copyrighted songs, so I've had to mute this area. But anyway, very easy to get around here, and follow the signs, ask other people. People are very helpful, and not very far walk. If you're at the international terminal, you can catch the shuttle bus to bring you to the domestic terminal. Some hotels in Cebu will pick you up at the airport, so it depends on where you're booked. Be sure to ask about that. This taking a Mybus, 50 pesos, less than $1. From where I live in the uptown area of Cebu City, coming over to the airport, about 14 kilometers, I think. 7, 8 miles, 9 miles maybe. Probably 350 to 450 pesos, depending upon traffic. Now they were trying to quote me about 650 for that trip, flat rate, they said on their sheet, and I said no, I don't think so. It's supposed to be on a meter. And right here to the right are several rental car places. And I was down here about a year ago, I was told that if you're going to rent a car, it is best to do it before you get here, because they may or may not have the cars available when you arrive. Unlike, so many places you go and say, I want to rent a car, and okay, these are the cars we have available. They may or may not have cars available, so plan ahead. Now we're on the lower level, and you go out the one end where the signs say buses, taxis, transportation, and you go out here, and as you're on your way, you'll be approached by many people, is my experience, and they got a lineup of, you got white taxis, which are your main metered taxis here in much of the Philippines. Although some place like Dumaguete doesn't have taxis, so be aware of that. The yellow taxi is an airport taxi. They charge about twice as much because they're dedicated to the taxi, or to the airport. They take you wherever they're going, and they're supposed to come right back. On a rare occasion, I've had one pull up beside me. You need a ride, sir, when I'm walking around Cebu. But there you see the yellow ones are more expensive. If you're trying to, it doesn't matter to me usually, but why would you pay more if you don't have to? Type thing, basically. And this was these buses. There was some kind of Miss Philippine something going on, and I talked to the drivers of these buses. Tried to get a job driving the buses. There's some kind of competition. We're in Toledo, over on the west side of Cebu Island. Bunch of girls coming in. And you have several other options out here, too. These black, like SUV or minivans, they are like executive. I think they start at 50 instead of 40, 45. They're a little bit more expensive, but a lot more space as well. A little nicer than your white taxis. And then they've got, across the way, they've got 12 to 15 passenger vans. If you've got a lot of luggage, a bunch of people, you're probably going to want to rent the driver to take you wherever you're going. And whereas my bus dropped me off right in front of the domestic terminal, to get back on it, you don't get on there. You come around to this side to get on and go back to SM Mall in Cebu City. And once you get back to the Mybus terminal by SM Mall, get off. You can go over to SM Mall to catch a taxi to go to your final destination. They've also got a jeepney and bus terminal on the other side. There's Radisson Blue, and this is Bayfront Hotel right ahead of us there. If you want to book in there, I've done a video there. I've done a video at Radisson Blue. And that one there is still under construction. It had some major damage, I think, during Typhoon Odette over 2 years ago, actually. But that is a mixed use. I think it's hotel and commercial space in that thing. The Grand or something like that. I'm not quite sure what it's called. Also, if you plan on continuing on with your journey, you are right next to the Cebu City, what's called the North Bus Terminal, and I'm walking out of my bus terminal right next door, and this is the North Bus Terminal. If you're going north, this is where you want to go, and there's a number of different bus companies run out of here and run north and west over the mountains to various locations. Be aware of whether you're getting on an air-conditioned bus or a non-air-conditioned bus, depending on the time of year and how hot it is. I've gotten on non-air-conditioned buses just because I've walked in and they've said, "Oh, this one's leaving right now. Get on this, sir," and jump on the bus as he's driving out the driveway. And a lot of these do not have air conditioning, so you got the windows down and hot air blowing. If you don't mind that, I've had a couple of good trips on non-air conditioned buses. Didn't mind it at all, but they could get very hot, especially if you get stuck in traffic. And the rates they go will vary depending on bus company and how far you're going, but really, really inexpensive to travel by bus as well. And then these yellow ones are the Cirrus buses, a very big, large bus company here in this part of the Philippines. Some buses, some bus terminals, you will buy your ticket before you get on a bus. A lot of bus terminals, especially the smaller ones, they will have what's called a conductor. They will have a driver and then a conductor on the bus, and he will ask you where you're going, and he will tell you how much it is, sell you the ticket, punch some holes in a little ticket, hand that to you. And so here's Tuberon going north, and each of these different bus companies, they've all got a spot to be in going Baguio, if you're going north, Maya, up there if you're going to Malapascua Island, for instance, and Bantayan, Daan Bantayan going north, either Bantayan Island or Daan Bantayan. Hagnia Port up there, and you can go to Leyte, you can go they'll put that bus on a ferry. So yeah, they'll put the bus on a ferry, and you'll ride right on the ferry if you're crossing over to another island. Part of the deal. So yeah, they even have buses going over to like Dumaguete. Well, that would be out of the South Bus Terminal, but over to Bacolod, which is on Negros Island, and so just it's difficult to find up-to-date schedules. Just really difficult to find those types of schedules. Here's one schedule. Actually, it's not a schedule, but it lists where they go. But I think they go more places than this. I found things online 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old, and yeah, just frustrating. You would hope that they would update their sites and take down the older pages, but it is what it is. Anyway, thanks for coming along. Interesting to see your comments. If you've written any of these buses, Mybus or other buses, used them in the past, saves you a few bucks, and pretty easy to use them. So anyway, safe travels to you all, and I'll see you next time.